I just want to say I hope anyone who listens to this know that hockey is a very, very inclusive sport, and I hope that they're not put away by having to give out like give out this idea of this personality of having to be someone they're not, and they're proud to be who they are, and they can be that way, and they are welcome, whether in whatever capacity. My name's Eva Harrison. I'm 23 years old. I live in a place called Leatherheads, which is in Surrey, which is a county to South London in England. I am both a hockey player and a hockey referee. I've been refereeing not that long, really, a year and a half. I've been playing since I was about my mid-teens. And I play in the Women's League, University League, and I ref all sorts as well.
Awesome. I love London. I think it's my favorite city in the world.
Oh, brilliant. Have you been many times?
I've only been a couple of times. The last time I was there actually was I was doing an event at DragCon UK.
Oh, I've always wanted to go there. Was it being held at some like Earl's Court or something?
It was a stadium in I'll figure out the name, Olympia or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's always a bit of a hoot. I've not been, not yet, unfortunately, but I definitely want to go.
It was a lot of fun, and I had to do an event in my underwear, so that was interesting. And there was like 20,000 people at the whole place, so that was
brilliant
experience. Yeah. How did Eva get into hockey?
How did I get in? Well, I'm American by birth. I have American family. I have a cousin who played, I think, some like AA or AAA midget hockey. Well, this was in the States. It's they're from New Jersey. So I knew about hockey for a while, but I never really went to games. But for a friend's, I think 13th birthday party, they took us to our local team, which is a town called Guildford, a team called the Guildford Flames. So I went to see them, and I started watching them from that point. And around 2013-14, I decided I wanted to start playing. So that's when I first actually, laced up and learned, did stick and pucks and whatnot, learned to play. And from there, I've just kept doing that. I started doing university hockey. I just did whatever hockey I could, basically. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. You're a hockey addict.
Yeah. I love playing. I also love, researching all. I used to like, especially when I started, I used to watch all the videos on like hockey art history that I think CBC made a while back. I love watching all the old games as well. So yeah,
it's wonderful. What do you love about it?
I love how fast it is, how heavy hitting it is. I love how it can change in an instant, how it has so much skill. Like the moves people can pull off. It's almost physics defying. It's like it's nothing nothing comparable really, especially in the UK where our most popular sports all involve a ball. Cricket, hockey, field hockey, football and rugby. All of them involve that, and then you get hockey with a little tiny rubber disc, and the things people just do with it, and the way they can put them inside in the basket it's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It's a very unique sport in that sense.
Definitely.
How could hockey be better for you with your intersection of identity and also for the queer community?
Yeah, this is a really good topic because hockey Well, hockey's a bit different. Like the women's game is quite inclusive as it is because it's it goes against the gender stereotype. Like women, girls coming into the sport oftentimes they're playing what's considered a physical or masculine sport, so a lot of them can express their identities, like if they're gay, if they're bi, or if they're even or any other GSM, like they it's quite easy for them. I think the best thing to advance is I think we need that openness in the men's game, because I think of all the elite all the elite league, our top league, only one individual has come out as bi. His name is Zach Sullivan. I think that's one area that needs to improve. Second one is updating some of the wording in the law, in the rules of the game. Like there is, as part of unsportsmanlike conduct, our section of the rules, our in-house rules, basically. We have something about homophobic, but it just stops there. It's like technically transphobic isn't, but it will be penalized. If someone says something transphobic, it's not in the wording of the rules there. So I think updating that might be a bit beneficial as well.
Well, I didn't even know that that was the case. Yeah, they definitely have to. That's like archaic.
Yeah,
to not have that.
So I think it's what's the wording? It's some like it only includes like racist, homophobic, and sexist remarks. So it's not massively catch-all, but it could really do some tidying up. And I have been contacted because the what's it called? They review rules and whatnot. And I think the current IIHF's rules are set to do with a revamp for 2022 is when a new rule book's meant to be issued, because they run in 4-year cycles. But for our in-house anyway, they've asked a lot of us who don't have typical GSMs if we want, to consult those people in the higher echelons, and I guess people who make who adapt the rules. They have asked us to give our opinions on changing them if need be.
That's a step. Sometimes I'm apprehensive with that stuff if they're doing it for the right reasons, and if they're also compensating people to switch rules and do labor of that sort, right? Because it can be rooted in people's traumas and different things. So I think it's important that if they're going to, they really need, and people who are watching this, if you're going to come to queer people or marginalized folks in general, like pay them for their work. So I want to put that out there.
Good point.
Knowing all this, and knowing, especially on the men's side of the sport, what keeps you in hockey?
What keeps me in hockey? I just want to play I just want to play it as play at a high level, but I also want to ref to the highest level I can possibly ref at. Really, I have my goals. Like I want to one day, like whether it be ref or lining. I'm not super set on either, but I mean I'm not super focusing on one or the either, but whatever gets me there. But I have my goals, and that's what keeps me going to get to that's what keeps me going to the gym. That's what keeps me getting on the ice. When some days it can be quite hard to say, oh, why can't I just have another like box, have another bag of cookies or whatever. I want that, but then I know I want to get better as a referee. I want to get better as a player to get these goals. So that's why I still keep going on the ice every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, whether it be for hockey training or doing some kids game or some rec game or whatever.
Are you, and if you're not comfortable, please tell me and
Yeah.
we'll edit this part out. But if you're comfortable, can I ask you what your goals are?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
My
Okay.
goal is
Well, here, I'll ask the question so they can edit it back in.
yeah.
Okay. So what are your goals?
My goal is to line in the Elite Ice Hockey League, our top league, and to get an IIHF license. That's my main goal. My other goal, my short-term one, is to play in the Women's Elite League in some capacity. What?
I love that so much. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see you, and who knows, maybe the NHL.
I think that's a bit more of a pipe dream because no women's ever ref or even lined or whatever in the NHL. But if that ever happened, I'd be more than happy to give it a go.
We got to put it out to the universe for it to happen.
That's
So
right. But I mean, I see it as in football, well, soccer to Americans. I noticed that more and more women's. I just literally before we got on this interview, I saw one woman who's made it to like the football league, which is our top 4 divisions of football. So she's in the pool for that, and if women can get there, I think why not? And also, we recently had a woman who was drafted into the OHL, I think. So who knows?
yeah, no, for sure. I think it's possible.
Yeah.
What gives you hope for queer people in the sport?
What gives me for hope? Like, I feel every time they actually ask us, and we actually get we actually are we're considered. Like, I like how teams embrace embrace it for Pride Month. Like, teams, yeah, it's a face value. It's what they're changing a few colors to the Pride flag, but I think that's a really good start. Like, I think in our leagues they do especially Pride nights. I think the games, that's a good start as well. But when they actually ask us for consultation in like changing guidance, especially for youth hockey, that can be quite a daunting time, I think, for LGBT youth especially. I think when we're consulted on that, and when the legislation changes, that's probably the best thing that can happen.
I love it. I love it. Lots of hope.
Exactly, definitely.
Eva, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I just want to say I hope anyone who listens to this know that hockey is a very, very inclusive sport, and I hope that they're not put away by having to give out like give out this idea of this personality of having to be someone they're not, and they're proud to be who they are, and they can be that way, and they are welcome, whether in whatever capacity.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see you at the highest levels of the sport.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you very much.